Well, how y'all doing? Been a while since I made an update video. I think the last one you guys seen was this truck when I got it. Drove it home. I knew it was missing real bad. I didn't know it was missing that bad. Still had good power. I mean, for missing, it felt pretty good. Still a V8 and a S10, even if it does run like shit. So, it's just smoking like a freight train. Won't quit smoking, using so much oil. Like, I wasn't really using that much oil the first 2 days I got it because it didn't do anything to it and it was running like crap. Once I put new spark plugs in it and, kind of tuned it up and got it running on all 8 cylinders, boy, it ran like a scalded rabbit. But I could still tell it was down on power. It had a whole bunch of blow-by. Like, it would blow the dipstick out, and it would blow the PCV valve out. It would blow the breather cap off the valve cover. It's got a lot of blow-by once you get it running on all 8 cylinders. And it only runs on all 8 cylinders, from like maybe here to, let's say, 15 miles, maybe 20 miles. And then it'll start missing a little bit intermittently, and then it'll start missing worse. And then you drive it like a day. And then the next day it runs like crap again. You can get like almost, you can get almost a good day out of it before it starts running bad. But I'll show you the spark plugs. I got a couple of spark plugs here that I'm pulling out of it. And I gotta find something to focus on here. This is about what they look like. It's not good. I mean, not good at all. So, yeah, that's nice. So, I mean, it'll be good when it's done, it'll be awesome when it's done. I traded the other truck for this. Probably really shouldn't have, but I like V8 S10s, and this has got a 5-speed in it already, so it's just kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely cheaper to work on this when you can rebuild the whole engine for like 300 bucks. But anyway, so yeah, I've got to yank the engine out of this and completely rebuild it. I'm going to do all new bearings and rings and, go through everything. The guy that I got it off of, this is my old engine, by the way. A lot of y'all probably know that by the last video, but some of you probably don't. That was the one I built that was in the 4-wheel drive. It was in the 4-wheel drive, then I took it out, built the 427, took that out to put in the other S10, built this one back up to put in the 4-wheel drive, sold the 4-wheel drive, the guy that got it off of me put it in this, and now I got it back. But it's a 305 block with a 400 crank with 30 over pistons in it. It's been bored 30 over. So yeah, it's a good block. It's bore aligned, and it's pretty decent shape when I got rid of it. But I mean, it was like had a really hard life, like a really hard life, especially in the 4-wheel drive. I'm sure this guy wasn't easy on it either, because it didn't smoke that much when I got rid of it. It smoked a little bit, but it sure didn't burn this much oil, and didn't act like this and foul out the plugs all the time. So I'm sure that guy's ran the piss out of it. There's no way, like there's no way it's this wore out from just, I don't know, it could have just wore out from being driven, because he drove this truck for a little while, I guess. But I'd say, somebody's ran it awful hard, gave her a hot supper, just by the way it's smoking. And I mean, like I said, it's blowing the breather out of the valve cover and blowing the dipstick halfway out, and it's not a happy engine. But once it starts missing a whole bunch, the back 2 cylinders and then number 5, number 5, 7, and 8 is missing like crazy. Number 3 is missing intermediate, but they're all smoking. But yeah, when it's missing real good, it doesn't smoke that much and it doesn't burn that much oil. But to drive this thing on a let's say a 40-mile round trip, you're going to use about 4 quarts of oil if you just put fresh spark plugs in it and it's running on all 8, because it's burning it, I guess. I don't know. I would say something's horribly wrong in here. Either that or the guy didn't use the right head gaskets. This does take oddball head gaskets, and most people wouldn't know to buy them, so there might be a chance that he used the wrong head gaskets or intake gaskets, and it's sucking air or sucking oil, you know, in the intake. Because this engine has been decked, and so I mean, you change the deck height, you got to use a little bit thicker gasket on the intake, I think, or it won't seat right. I don't remember, because I know this intake manifold did not get machined to match the heads. And neither did that one up there. I'm probably going to end up using that intake on it too, just because I got it. But I'm pretty sure if this guy, see, I guess it was smoking real bad. He said all the valve guides were out of it, or all the O-rings on the valve seals and everything. It was smoking real bad because it's sucking oil. Well, it obviously still smokes, but it's like way worse now. So I'm almost wondering, like, if he didn't use the right head gaskets or the right intake gaskets, if he used like cheap intake gaskets that's kind of thin and doesn't have a real thick compressed thickness, I bet you it's sucking oil right from underneath the intake. I bet you, I mean, I don't know, it's got a lot of blow by though. I won't know till I pull it apart. Most likely I'm hoping that the cylinder walls are just glazed real bad and the rings are fried. That's like, that would be good, you know, because I could dingle ball hone it, throw new rings in, they should seat okay, everything will be fine. But I won't know till I pull it apart. I'm hoping I don't have to take it to the machine shop, because it's already 30 over, and you can't go much more than 30 over on a 305 without getting in, you know, some really thin cylinder walls, or maybe even breaking through, you know. So I don't know, it'll be a challenge. But so there's your quick update video on what I've been doing. Probably not going to be any racing this year. I had to spend like $2,700 on taxes, on property taxes on both my places. So no more transmission money. So might do, I'm definitely probably more than likely, you know, going to do the neglection no prep this year, just because that's a hell of a lot of fun. But as for like going to Terre Haute and trying to do anything, I might go to a test and tune and play around. I might even take that to a test and tune and play around. I don't know, but yeah, it's not looking good. Racing's very expensive, and you bust your ass all winter to build a truck, and you work your butt off, spend all this money, and you literally drive it for 6 or 7 seconds. So maybe like a total of a minute between your burnout staging going down the track. You know, you might have a whole minute to enjoy the truck, but yeah, I'd much rather just drive it on the damn highway and find nice paved, smooth back roads I can pull hole shots on and stuff. I'm just kind of getting bored with this whole drag racing thing. There's really no money in it unless you're willing to just push your truck as hard as it'll go and probably blow it up, like, you know, all them old boys racing. I don't want to mention no names, but somebody blows up a hell of a lot of LS engines, and I don't want to get in that habit of you know, going to race a weekend blowing up 3 engines. And you know, man, it's like every year them guys are just assassinating LS engines. I don't want to be like that. I want to be able to enjoy what I got and drive it and have fun, but still, you know, it's reliable and I don't have to worry about it exploding, that kind of thing. Like, I'm already way overkill on the other truck, and it's like probably, you know, probably a bit more than it should have. So yeah, I think the racing days might be over. You know, I like going out and playing and stuff and going fast and doing burnouts, and but it's just, that's, I don't know, it's a whole bunch of money for just a short amount of time to go down the track. I'm thinking maybe I should have got into like dirt track racing or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's another quick update video. Not so quick update video. It's like 10 minutes long. Enjoy that. If not, hit the dislike button. Could care less. You'll notice all comments have been disabled on all videos except for this one, and this will have comments, well, probably till I upload the next video, or maybe I'll leave it up for a couple weeks, maybe till the build is done, I don't know. But all I know is I have over, over 900 and some videos, and people comment on all those. And my channel, I've always took pride and I reply to every single comment on my channel. That's getting really hard to do anymore and very time consuming. So yeah, I'm gonna have to rethink that situation. So for now, they're just disabled. Let's take it one at a time here. If you guys got something important on the video you want to ask me or something, just send me a private message. I try to check those at least like once a week. Even though I found a private message from like a few months ago, the guy was wanting to know if I still had my monster mower, wanted to use it. And he needed a monster mower, wanted to rent a monster mower, and me or somebody to drive it for something they're shooting in a film in Ohio. Like they wanted me to bring the monster mower to Ohio and drive it around for a film they're shooting or a TV show or something they're shooting. I was like, well, shit. If I'd have known about that and the guy was serious, like I don't have the monster anymore, but I can build another one real quick. That'd be kind of cool to be on TV. I don't know, I guess I am on TV. But it's kind of weird too, because a lot of people are starting to recognize me lately. Like all the old boys from Napa. Thanks guys. Old boys from Napa up here at Sullivan, there's some good people up there. But anyway, yeah, it's weird getting, going through Walmart to get my groceries and somebody's like, whoa dude, you're Matt's Madness, far out. I'm like, whoa man, what? Yeah, sure am. How about you comment or something? Just don't, don't approach me in public like that and freaking out like that. That's weird. I've only had that happen twice, but it's kind of awkward both times. All the old boys at Napa watch the shit though, and they seem to enjoy it. So you guys keep watching, I'll keep filming. Take her easy.